happening, YouTube? It's showing me as Dr. Kuma coming back to you with another deck profile. And today's profile is with an interesting Insecticon deck. And what state your name?
I'm Sam.
Okay.
I'm from Colorado.
Okay,
so
cool.
I play with Powered by Promise.
Nice. Okay, nice. Cool. So how did you do with this deck today in the third preliminary tournament?
I took third.
Okay.
I got 4 wins, and
Yes.
we just drew at the
Okay,
end
cool.
because-
So what made you decide to play this deck? And as you can see, it's Ransack, Venom, Kickback, and Claymore.
They can't see that yet.
Well, you're right. You're so right.
What made me play this deck is I've been playing. I got into the game right as Wave 2 was coming out,
Okay.
and I bought 1 box of Wave 1, 1 box of Wave 2, and one rare I pulled from each box was Scrapnel and Venom.
Okay.
And then I was like, I like this Venom guy. I want to build a deck around him.
Yeah, for sure.
And the thing that makes the most sense is blue. So
Yeah.
from there, I've been iterating. Obviously, you don't see Scrapnel anymore.
Yeah.
Because I want to be 4 wide.
Right. 4 wide bugs.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. 4 wide bugs and Claymore.
Blue bugs.
Bug Wars.
Yeah. This is the only star count that lets you run 3 bugs. And,
for sure. It works out. Cool, man. All right, well, with that, let's jump right into the deck profile then.
Yeah. So the deck's built around Venom, like I said. When one of your Insecticons gets KO'd, they scrap 2.
Okay.
That's super important. That's the best part of the deck. And if they have no cards in hand, then your bugs gain Pierce 3. All of your bugs gain Pierce 3. And so the deck's just all about hitting them down to 0 cards. And then
so when they have no hand, I realized earlier, it's like when they have no hand, when they top deck, they're probably going to play that card, which puts them back to 0.
Yes.
And then now in Venom triggers.
Yeah, it puts them at a very awkward position where either you're not playing cards, so I'm probably winning, or you're playing cards, so I have
the Pierce 3. As long as they live, they do things. Understood.
Yeah. Cool. So we got Venom, Ransack and Kickback are there because they're bugs, and they let me go 4 wide.
Right.
Ransack over Chop Shop. I've never actually tried Chop Shop, but he's a really good tank.
Yes.
I send him out first, transform him the second turn.
Okay.
So first turn you always spend Flame War, transform.
So you flip Flame War first turn.
Flip Flame War, send Ransack.
Okay.
And then second turn you flip Ransack. Because he's 3 defense.
Right. And Venom's in the mode he wants to be in for a lot of the game. Nice.
For killing.
And Kickback, so you never flip 4 extra cards. You never obviously do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing inverted, but
no
spoilers.
You almost never flip Kickback, and you can flip Venom back and forth based on what you need him in.
Understood.
Kickback's actually really good in the deck because the repair one is a lot.
And if you pierce and stuff, you're gonna get a guarantee. That's for sure.
So he's actually a way bigger threat than people think he is. Once they find out you're blue, at first they think, oh, Kickback's the threat because you're so used to normal bugs. But he's still a pretty big deal because he heals 1, and that's a lot of healing.
Survivability.
Yeah,
for sure. Right
and then Flame War is just Flame War. A player in blue decks.
Yeah.
Turns out.
I'm with it.
So that's the character lineup.
Yes, we'll start with the actions.
Yeah, we'll start with actions.
Okay.
So 1 espionage, just so you can pull it.
Okay.
It's if you need to hit a card in their hand, you take it.
Hit it at an opportune time.
Yeah. It's also a white pip. We actually have 2 mini white pips, which is why we're only running 1.
Okay.
So that's why.
Okay.
2 Inferno Breath.
Okay.
So this card lets you tap down first, which means on refresh you get the first attack, which means they're forced into your worst character.
Okay.
Which is what this is really in here for. And the burn 3 is obviously really good, and you usually use it for
1 shot stand, but just 1 side.
Yeah. You can consider bumping this up or adding more to the sideboard. I'm only running 2 though. So Sonic Scramble. This is that card that's like insane in the deck.
Now I have to ask: have you played all 3 in a game and drew 3 cards?
Yes, I have.
Nice.
I do it a lot.
My whole hand.
So you're basically just trying to get incremental value throughout the whole game.
Yep.
And you would actually prefer to You would prefer to hit their cards down to 0 earlier, so oftentimes you just hit them down to 0 as fast as possible.
Okay.
That's how you play this card, and usually you don't want to wait till the third one to draw the 3 cards, because you want them back in your deck before the refresh.
Understood.
It's a really weird...
you really put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah, it's a really weird strategy thing where you usually...
I get what you're saying.
You actually want these back in.
Okay. Now, I have to ask, I got a side note to you real quick. I hit you with a question.
Yeah.
How does this do against Sentinels? Because now they have press day advantage, so all your guys are affected. And they also steal your hand as well, so you're not able to do exactly what you want to do.
So Sentinels are consistently pretty good against this deck, but they're not, I would say...
Not auto win or anything, but...
Yeah, it's not like they're not favored against you. I would say it's more 55-45 in your favor. I've teched the deck for them. Okay. So I'll bring the side deck. So. Yeah, I'll bring it up when it comes later. Actually, it's coming up right now. Nice. Or one of the cards is Pep Talk. Yeah. So against Sentinels, it's a card advantage matchup. That's all that matters. And if the Sentinel player doesn't realize that, they're going to lose. Yes. But draw 2 cards. Yep. Pot of Greed. That'll work. Pot of Greeds are good in a lot of games. I run 2 Heavyhanded. This is a weird card because I'm 4 wide and many of my things have high star counts. Aerialbots, Superion. Yep. This gets you the first score. Right. This pushes damage faster. But I guess Ransack and earlier in the game, Ransack and Venom can do the pierce. You get the pierce. Yeah, for sure. You can throw this on Venom and get a huge pierce swing. With They have no cards pierce 7 in this. I'm only running 2. I think I have 1 in the sideboard. I don't know. We'll talk about the sideboard when I come to it, but you can bump this up or down. Same with bigger there. I know I have another one of this in the sideboard. This almost always triggers. Yeah, and I was waiting to see. I was like, does he play the bigger there? He should be. Yeah. So, same thing. This is a lot more obvious than the Heavy-handed. For sure. So 2 Brainstorms. We have a lot of card draw on this deck. Sometimes you just get filled up with actions and you want to play actions. I'm only running 2 because you don't want to play them for a very long time because it's not until you've gotten the card advantage. Okay. So again, it's a card advantage matchup against almost every deck. So you don't play it just because you have just 2 actions in Brainstorm. You kind of let your hand fill up. Yeah, this is a -1. So you pitch these to Sonic Scrambles and stuff, but at the end of the game, once you've hit them down to 0 cards or whatever, you play this. Yeah, for sure. Disruptive Entrance. I'm only running 1. I think I have more in the sideboard. Okay. It's good. I don't know what to say about it. I got you. I mean, you're already playing 3 Sonic Scramble and Espionage, so... Yeah, I have a lot of hand hate. Yeah, it's a blue card. And then Benin does it himself already, so I got you. So my upgrade hate, I'm running 1 Smelt and 1 Vaporize. Nice. Obviously the Smelt so you can pull it. The Vaporize is because there's an upgrade in the game that hits you pretty hard and you need to kill it. It's what's it called? It's Security Console. Oh, okay. Because it shuts off Venom. So when you attack into them, you lose the Pierce 3 because they draw a card. Oh shoot! Yes. Very and I actually have 3 of these in those. Got you to get rid of that. So against Aerialbot, that's very relevant. Yeah. If they can get that like on a Firefly, you need to find Vaporize ASAP. Yeah. Well, at least for the Venom. It's usually once they transform to Superion, that's when it's really bad. Right. But a lot of the times you just hit them down to 0 cards and they don't have time to play. To try to find it. Yeah. So they need it early and play it early. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, so this card's obviously the most broken card ever, but like, in this deck, you draw this against orange, it basically wins you the game on the spot. If they can't stick weapons against you, they can't push damage against you, and you are just going to get way too much value. This card is nuts in this deck. For sure. You want to draw this. I think it's nuts in general, no matter what deck. Yeah, but it's absolutely crazy. I got you, for sure. Handheld Blasters 3. Yep. I guess we're going to upgrades now. Okay. So that was all the events. These are events. What game have you played prior that was called events? I play a lot of games. Okay. Yeah. I'm not correcting you. I guess they're actions. Yeah. Yeah. It's all good. Play these. you're playing a blue deck.
Yeah, of course.
Side these out, though.
Against other blue decks?
Yeah, against blue decks, side these out.
Yep, I do the same.
Don't take out the security checkpoints, though. Those are nuts. I'm running 3 Scoundrels Blasters. This is because we want to push damage as fast as possible, and we have 4 wide, so we need more than 4 of these.
And most of the decks in the field right now are Autobots. So
most of them are Autobots, so you're piercing 2. That's really relevant because Venom gives you pierce 3, and most of the bugs have 3 attacks.
So they hit 5.
So you're piercing 5, and that's a lot on
that actually sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
And then that relevance with Kickback. 5 pierce 2.
Yeah.
For sure.
3 Energon-Axes.
Powerful.
It's good. It's not as good in this deck, but I still run it because it's a weapon and it does damage.
I know you'll like Last Cutlass for next set.
Oh, dude, if I had it, absolutely.
I'm saying, like, when it comes out, easy swap. Probably,
100%. Armor, I'm running 2 of these.
Okay.
So I'm kind of in the mindset that I don't like armor unless you're running spare parts, because everyone's running Bashing Shield.
Yeah.
I am running it in this deck because I hit you down to 0 cards with, and then you will not have cards to trade for Bashing Shield. So you won't have answers to this.
Okay.
And I want you to Bashing Shield these. So
for sure.
I'm not actually running spare parts in the main deck for this. 1 sparring gear, same thing.
Yep. It's interesting. So only 3 armor.
You can fetch this.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's important. So Bravery.
Never thought I'd see that in a successful deck.
So this card, I would consider bumping this up to 3.
Really?
I used to run it at 3.
That's the biggest thing. Who do you put it on?
Whoever you want them to target.
Oh, okay.
So what this deck's really good at is it spreads out its threats very evenly. And this makes them go into the one that they don't want to go in the most.
Firefly.
Yeah. So you put this on Ransack usually, early game, or if Ransack's dead, you put on Kickback.
Oh, okay. So you put it on Ransack, they keep putting damage on it, he keeps getting stronger. When you stand, he'll be 7. That's, okay. Or 7 or whatever, strong.
Yeah. This card's nuts. This card's really, really good in this deck. Because
underestimated, huh?
They are not going to be able to kill this.
You don't see ramming speed a lot right now.
Yeah, you're not seeing a lot of ramming speeds. You're not seeing a ton of Vaporize. You see Vaporize, but
Crushing Size, nobody plays that.
Yeah, no one's playing Crushing Size, and it's a utility, so it's really, really hard to hit.
Right.
And if they have to attack into your Brave character once, like, this game's all about threat management, and if they're attacking into your worst character an additional 2 or 3 times, the game's over. You have won.
I got you.
So this is a very, very powerful effect, and I think Brave is one of the best mechanics in the game too.
Yeah, it's nice. Speaking of that, I don't see anybody using stealth, but I think stealth's going to really come into play Wave 3.
Yes.
A lot of those little guys have stealth, and it's going to be important.
Yeah. Stealth is interesting. Obviously, it's orange, so I don't run it that much. So we're into the white pips. This is where we have a lot of deck space issues. Databanks 2. This card is... So this is the tech for Sentinels. You put this down on a character, you are going to win the card advantage finally, and they can't really do anything. Because they don't even run equipment hate because they have Prowl, so they just don't run equipment.
Besides Bashing Shield. You can hit weapons and armor, but they can't get utilities unless they draw to ramming speed.
Yeah, which also goes to why Brave is so good. But this card's crazy. I have another one in the side deck. This is the card that puts this deck into a competitive level.
Okay.
And I would... Putting this at 2 is very... it's hard for me to do, but I did it because I was...
space issues, so...
I was having white pip issues specifically.
Okay.
I have so many white pips in this deck.
I got you.
And I just want to take them out because I want to crit with them. So the next thing is 3 Piercing Blaster.
Okay.
These work out mathematically perfectly for all your bugs. Before they, once again, most of the bugs have 3 attacks. Right. So,
I guess you take out those for Last Cutlass probably because that's easy. They're blue instead of the white.
And it would open up more space. So these mathematically line up like ideally with all the bugs. All of them have 3 attack except for Venom, who goes to 6, and then he pierces 3, with his effect. So then this gives you the extra Pierce 3.
Yeah.
And then you swing for Pierce 6.
So you're like Superion with it 6 Pierce 6.
Yeah.
As long as they have no cards in hand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Also, the one thing I haven't mentioned at all in this video is that this deck destroys Superion. Like,
really?
If you're hitting
guys, if you don't like Superion, this is the deck to play.
Yeah, if you don't like Superion, you're going to have a huge learning curve for this deck. But this deck, like, really can't lose to Superion if you know what you're doing.
Decking, there's nothing that can really side deck to hurt you, I guess.
So the thing about Superion is, if you hit his hand down to 0, he can't Enigma. He can't become Superion.
Right.
So then all you have to do is kill his Pierce characters, or the characters with Pierce weapons on them, and that's not hard to do. Alpha Bravo only has 8 life. You got to get through Fireflight, and then whatever characters left that have Pierce on them, you just kill them off.
Understood.
This deck's really, really good against
the
them.
Aerialbot killer.
Yeah. Which is funny because I didn't play any Aerialbots.
Of course
today.
not.
The final card, this is spicy. Inverted.
Oh, okay, so you do play.
Yeah, I do run the one inverted. Actually, I have some pretty funny wins with this online. You can put this on Kickback, and he swings for 6 card flips instead of the normal 8. And then he's a real threat again.
Right.
All of a sudden, and usually you have a weapon on him, and you invert him, and then just swing for a lot of damage. And
that's funny because, like, I know, and I've played against this deck before, iteration of it, I would try not to kill Kickback so early because Venon's going to just scrap 2 cards. It's funny, so if you, like, leave him and you guys stand and then you put that on him, now he can go in for damage. Like, okay, now I need to kill him.
So this makes your Kickback a threat, is basically the thing.
Nice.
So obviously one of it, because you only want to play it once, you do not want to play this card early. You want to play this at the end of the game, and you are winning that turn.
Right.
Otherwise, your character's...
Definitely a surprise factor.
Yeah. So that's cute.
40 cards, I'm assuming, of course.
I think this one's 41.
Nice. Hey, let me get you on camera, getting a pound, because I'm a big fan of. Not, I want to say big fan, but I've played 42 and had success. So nice. Moving on to the sideboard?
Yeah, sideboard. Your character, again, you cannot lose to Superion.
So you side, and who do you take out? Flame War. Oh, right.
Yeah, because...
Nice. So all the direct damage all goes to him.
Yeah. And then they have to swing their Pierce into your bugs, and then, like, you can't lose. It's also really good against... this shores up your Metroplex matchup a lot, because... he swings for a lot, and then if he's...
So when everybody taps,
Yeah.
Everybody won't take one. He'll only take one.
Yeah.
He won't take everybody else's one.
Yeah, and since you're blue,
you're also defending for a good.
Yeah, you're defending for a lot. So
he should survive.
Yeah,
put armor on him.
Yeah. And you're 4 wide, so you can swing with things last. And you.
So is that a good matchup in a sense though? Like, because like you just kind of pierce him down and overwhelm Metroplex. Like
it was pretty good when we were testing it a while ago. We have one player who plays a lot of Metroplex, but he hasn't been playing it recently. But it is a good matchup, and Motormaster alone, I haven't even played the matchup with Motormaster, but I'm certain this card would help you a lot in
Understood.
it.
Okay.
That's the character.
Yep.
So the sideboard, earlier I said spare parts. Honestly, you can take these out. It's
a lot to set up. Like it's like playing that, then you got to play the spare parts. So you're investing in the character.
There are some players that run a lot of equipment hate, and if they're doing that, you can sideboard this in. But these cards are flex slots, and honestly, I wouldn't recommend them currently.
Okay.
Just because you are hitting them down to 0 cards, and they're not going to have the equipment hate.
Right.
So leaping the battle for orange matchups. You want to push damage fast. This card does that, and it's also a blue pip.
For sure.
So this is a card I would bump up to 3 if you take out those spare parts.
Okay.
The card's
I was thinking about that side deck and then the Aerialbots kind of like against orange decks to press with some other higher incremental damage.
I mentioned it earlier. I have one bigger they are in here.
Yep.
Because that card's really good.
Of course.
One disruptive entrance. This is for the orange matchups. You want to pick their best card out of the hand. And a lot of orange.
One shells.
A lot of orange decks are running work overtime actually, and that card hurts you a lot. So you want to hit that out.
I can see that being a very big side deck card, even with the new Shockwave deck.
Yeah.
Like if that deck becomes relevant.
Yeah.
Like now we have three decks that discard things. Like after people see this video, they might get inspired and play this. And you have the Shockwave deck. People are definitely going to try that earlier in the format, and then of course Sentinels.
Yeah.
So I can see that. Yep.
You can bump this up too. I'm not super huge on it.
Yeah. But this is what you played today. And you to success. So but it's a card you can possibly.
You could bump it up if you're afraid of orange things.
Understood.
2 Vaporize, like I said earlier, the security console. Ruins your day. I think it's security console. You sideboard this in against blue decks because you want to remove all of their long-lasting gain advantage cards.
Understood. Yeah.
So any weapons, any
the console definitely keeps them in the game. So I got you.
Yeah. So that's what that's in there for. It shores up those blue matchups. Third Databank. This card's insane. I would consider putting this back into the deck.
Nice.
It's really good against Sentinels.
Yeah. Offsets there. Taking your hand. I understand.
I'm a huge believer in this card in blue decks. I would run this in Superion because this also. So one thing I didn't mention earlier is you can put this on your worst. Did I mention this actually? You can put this on your worst character.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden that character is drawing you a card every turn.
So that's like they want to, right.
That's a really good.
And especially with Superion, I guess that makes sense in a sense because you're playing 5-wide, so like you don't attack with all your guys. It takes a while for like that 5th guy to attack.
Yeah.
So you can get like 3 or 4 cards off it.
I really would run this in Superion. You can put this on your tough 2 guy, and all of a sudden they have to kill your tough 2 guy.
They need to go after.
Yeah.
Well, they should anyway. But
and
I like it.
Yeah, this card's really good in blue matchups. So I was afraid of orange. That's why it's in the sideboard.
Yeah, for sure. Thank goodness for side decks.
Yeah. Second inverted. So sometimes there are orange decks that are very, very fast, and you want to punch them very, very hard, very, very fast. Right. And this lets you do that.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so how were your matchups? Do you remember your matchups from?
So today I played 3 cards.
Okay.
2 of the Vector Sigma guys, and 1 was just another Vector Sigma list.
Okay.
And then I played 2 Orange Bug lists.
They said 1 was just a Vector Sigma list, another card?
Yeah, it was another
actual Vector Sigma.
Yeah, 2 actual Vector Sigma, and all 3 of them were the same cards list.
Okay.
And then 2 of them were Orange Bugs, which...
how's that matchup? Blue Bugs versus Orange Bugs?
I won them both.
Okay.
If you play it a lot, which most people won't, the Orange Bugs can know how to win it.
Right.
But
it's such a fresh matchup, they don't know exactly
what they need to know what they're doing against you in order to win.
Okay.
And
I would ask you here, but actually no, I can't. Let me ask you and say it now because I'm not posting this until they're not going to see this video until after the tournament. So what is the weakness of this deck? How do you go after this deck?
With Orange Bugs, I would run. You want to hit Flame War or Venom as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Usually people go after Venom very fast.
I do. Yeah.
It's actually correct.
If you don't have ISF, then even then, he comes back, he dies.
Yeah.
Take another 2 cards, and that's it.
It's actually correct that to go after Flame War because she just gains you so much value over the course of the game, and what bug players don't know is they need to play the long game against you, which is not something they're used to. So they need to swing like nothing for no damage into you, basically, against your bugs until one of you, either your Kickback or Venom are available.
Okay.
And those are the only 2 characters in the matchup that matter.
Right.
And you need to kill Kickback or Flame War. Sorry.
Right. Flame War Venom for whoever you can. Understood.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. And it's got to be Flame War. Like you have to.
Right.
Because you don't want to kill one of their characters, or one of the Blue Bugs characters, because if you do, you're gonna lose your 2 cards, and you need to play all the cards in your hand for the value. So you need to play them for damage, but not kill the blue bugs.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I do. I get it.
Yeah. Because you cannot hit 0 cards in hand. If you're top decking, that's when they can control you.
Right.
So.
Hey, man. Very, very nice insight with the deck profile. I appreciate you being here, and congratulations to you, and good luck in the top 32. Hopefully, when they're looking at this video, you will be the champion.
I don't think so, but I could try.
Confidence.
Man, I just want to win one game.
I got you. You had to get for the Energon Invitational. Right on, man. Hey, thanks for being here and taking time with me.
Yep.
All right. This is Datakuma heading out. Peace.